Welcome to Movie Phone Unscripted. I'm Gary Marshall, and I'm here with director Scott Marshall, and we're at the Tribeca Film Festival with our film, Keeping Up with the Steins. We're going to, because Movie Phone does this with everybody, we are going to interview each other. And I'm going to ask the first question. Are you ready, Scott?
I'm ready.
You got your buzzer? You got the answer.
I'm ready.
Tell me, what attracted you to directing this film?
Well, I grew up with mostly Jewish kids in LA.
I remember that.
You might have remembered that. And most of them got to have a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah, but I didn't get to have any mitzvah. So I always wondered when I became a man. I think you took me out in the yard and I hit a baseball or something. You said, all right, no, I think you threw a ball at me and it hit me. I was always afraid of getting hit by a pitch. So when I got hit by a pitch, then I was a man.
I hit you, but I didn't hit you in the head with the ball. I just threw it.
Just on the arm.
Little legs, very hard. You got to get hit that first time to know you won't die.
What was it like for you to be directed by your son?
Well, the first thing is you're nervous. You say, oh, I don't want to mess up. He'll tell Mom, and I'll be in big trouble. But no, I think it was a certain pride to say, hey, you went to film school. Penny and I are still doing like this. How about like this, mister? And you was naming the lenses and going for the angles. So it was very, very nice to have somebody actually know what they were doing. And here I was being directed. There was a little tricky there because I don't want to shock you, but there's a scene where I'm naked. So it was a little bit, not a sexual scene. There was a
skinny dipping
where I jump in the pool naked. And since it was a little low budget, there were no doubles. So I had to do it myself. And
it was not easy to direct that day. I directed like this. Move over a little bit.
Well, but I saw you. I changed diapers on you. How many directors can say that to another director? But I think I was more proud and felt very secure.
I know that Mom probably would have rather I became a doctor. Would you have rather I became a professional baseball player rather than a director?
Mom is a nurse, and she wanted anybody to become a doctor. Nobody became a doctor. Maybe the grandchildren. No, I was hoping you would... we were not that tall, so we weren't going to play basketball. Although you played, you were all league. But baseball, I was hoping maybe, because you're a very good shortstop. But I think a parent has to be enlightened in this day and age, and you just hope they do something they're happy.
How were you pitched on the role of the crazy hippie grandfather in the film Keeping Up with the Steins?
Well, that's an interesting question, Scott. You see, I was not the first one picked for this role. You wanted everybody but me. We had these auditions, and because...
we were trying to get Mel Brooks, Carl Reiner, Martin Landau, but none of them really wanted to do the skinny dipping scene.
No, nobody wanted to take their clothes off. I am very comfortable. I would do it now, but I don't know. Movie phone said, cool it, Gary. Just sit still and talk to your son. But I know we auditioned, and all the little kids, Daryl Sabar, wonderful actor, is the boy in it, the 13-year-old. And in auditioning in my office was a little cleaner than your office because you hadn't cleaned up. The producers kept saying, well, your father reads all right with those kids, and let's see, maybe he could do it because many have been unavailable. And so I was by default in the part.
And because you were willing to get naked in the...
Naked, and I must say, Mel Brooks to me is a genius, one of my idols, cannot make a foul shot. Tell me 3 things that you love about movies.
Well, right off the top of my head, I'd have to say Star Wars, Jaws, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. But
I took you to George. You were little. You hid under the seat during that thing in the water.
But then I saw it again later in life, and I truly appreciated it. But I really love going to the movies, sitting in the dark theater on a date. I remember I think I saw Valley Girl with who is now my wife, Alyssa, and sitting and being nervous and sweaty palms and sharing popcorn and in the dark and watching a great movie. It's just one of the greatest things in the world.
Yeah, we had that move. I taught you that move. You put your arm
yeah,
around
I
it.
think Richie did that in
Yes,
Happy
Richie
Days
did
once.
it. Happy Days, and Mork did it. Mork, I mean,
But I think
that's
those
one
are,
thing you like.
you know, I was very inspired by watching movies, and then I like the, the camaraderie of making a film and how every day is different. Every day is a new day, a new scene, a new actor comes in, and it's always different. It's always exciting, and you never know what's going to happen. And so it's a great variety, and it's hard, but it's always great to finally see your hard work pay off. The three things I love about movies are.
I love the way you love movies. See, I was in TV. You didn't care very much. You were making movies. I was trying to show you what a spit take was. And you were doing things around the house.
Blowing up spaceships.
I would make you nice model airplanes, and you would put them on the ground and set them on fire and shoot the flaming plane going down. And then you had your friends put tomato juice in their mouth, and as they jumped in the pool, they spit it out like blood. This is what you were doing. So I was saying, well, TV is nice, but the kid loves movies. So the fact that your passion for it is one of the things I love about it. And I also like making them, because you meet somebody on a movie, it's like going into battle for 12 weeks. And no matter who it is, years later, you meet a person who you actually did a movie with. There's a camaraderie and a bonding that is, just like you said, is something that never goes away. And the third thing is, one of the things I liked about movies, I never realized this, because when I was a kid, I went to a film called Pride of the Yankees, the Lou Gehrig story. And it was the first time, as I sat in that dark room, I saw my mother and father cry. And I realized that this thing up there on the screen could make adults cry and could make them laugh. And I knew how to make them cry by being bad. They cried, they got crazy. But the fact that the power of that, watching my parents, made me think that's what I'd like to do, whether it's TV or whatever. I would like to be an entertainment and see if I could move people. And I've done comedy all my life, as you know, but in every picture there's a poignant moment or something, and the years went by, I really enjoyed not only the laughter of the audience, but that dead silence of an audience where nobody moves in the whole theater. And I've achieved that a few times, many of the great directors have, and nobody moves, and as one, all these people from diverse places are all just hypnotized and riveted by the moment, which is just a piece of celluloid. That's what I love about the power of films. I think we spoke enough about our family. Our family's name is the Marshalls, Penny Marshall, Gary Marshall, Scott Marshall, all directors. The name of the film, he's going to tell you in a moment. So thank you for listening and watching Movie Phone, unscripted.
Thanks for watching and sending in your questions. And the film is called Keeping Up with the Steins, that I directed, and Gary acts in, and it's a family comedy about throwing a big party and the craziness that comes with it, and trying to hold your family together in the midst of chaos. And Jeremy Piven, Jamie Gertz, Daryl Sabara, Daryl Hannah, Doris Roberts, Gary Marshall, a big cast, Cheryl Hines, and Richard Benjamin shows up. Opens May 12th in a theater near you, and I hope you go check it out. Thank you very much.
If you enjoyed us today, this is Scott Marshall and I'm Gary Marshall. If you did not enjoy us, this is Rob and Carl Ryan.